he also creates the sun, moon, and other demigods. Therefore, the chief engineer of the material world is the Lord Himself. As confirmed in the Bhagavad Gita 9:10, Aham sarvasya prabhavu matas sarvam pravartati iti madva bhajante mam buddha bhava samanvitaha. It is He only who directs the material nature to produce all sorts of moving and non-moving creations. And the last portion of the purport. There are two modes of material nature. The creation of the collected universes, as stated above, done by the Mahavishnu, and the creation of the single universe. Both are done by the Lord, and thus the universal shape, as we can see, takes place. So, in the purport, Srila Prabhupada making the point that the Lord is responsible for both the primary and secondary creation. There are two creations. Two levels or two orders of creation. The first is taken up by Mahavishnu, who is an expansion of Sankarsana, Narayan. Krishna does not directly himself deal with the material energy through his different agents, incarnations, Purusha incarnation. He sets into motion what is called the Mahatattva by lying on the causal ocean. The Viraja, causal ocean is the Viraja that's separating the spiritual world and the material world. Oh, that's why we're losing electricity, big wind. It is that time of year when so the first level of creation being performed by Mahavishnu, and then continuing with Garbhodakshai Vishnu. So that is the first level of creation. Second level of creation is performed by Brahmaji, who sprouts from the navel, from the lotus flower that sprouts from the navel of Garbhodakshai Vishnu. To an ordinary person, this is inconceivable. It is beyond our experience. But actually not totally, in the sense that just like Garbhodakshay Vishnu, from the pores of his body, water is coming, filling up each universe half with water. And he lies on this ocean. He lies on this ocean. So we also have in our body pores from which water is coming when it is very hot, or if we work very hard, if we're running, the body sweats. And as we were mentioning the other day also, this stem from the navel of Garbhodakshay Vishnu that sprouts and upon which the lotus flower within that lotus flower, Lord Brahma is created. So we also have this what is called umbilical cord. I was mentioning how on the cover of the Brahma Samhita, you've seen Brahma Samhita is a picture of Garbhodakshay Vishnu, and one line is going, that line is the sprouting, the stem of the lotus flower, and on the top is sitting Lord Brahma. So in the purport, Srila Prabhupada explains that the Lord has inconceivable energies. He is the source of all spiritual and material energies. Just like in the material world, a big man, someone who is the president of a big company, he has so many workers, he has so many directors under him. And in turn they have people working under them. There's a whole hierarchy. So we have that same experience in the material world, that someone who is having very high position, who has so much of potency, he doesn't do everything himself directly. He has agents, he has people who are carrying out his orders, his desire. So it is like that for Krishna also. Krishna does things through his different agents and through his different energies. That is the wonderful display of Krishna's inconceivable energy, how this whole cosmic manifestation appears, the whole process of creation that we are reading about, and of course how this whole material universe is being maintained also. It is being maintained because of the presence of Krishna in his Paramatma form, isn't it? Paramatma, Krishna, in his feature as Super Soul, is present in every single atom He's therefore omnipresent. These are the qualifications or qualities describing the Lord. He is omnipresent. Because he has inconceivable energies, he can do that. We don't have that ability. He is omnipresent, therefore he knows everything, isn't it? He is present within the heart of every living entity. Sarvasataram ridi sanivisto mata smritir gyanam apohanam sa vedayasa sarvayar aham eva vedyo vedanta krit vedavid eva chaham. So in this way we cannot hide anything from Krishna. So this is being described here, how the Lord is He remains always transcendental. He himself does not become, this is mentioned here, it is not that he himself is transformed into material creations. Krishna always remains transcendental, similar to the jiva. Jiva also always remains spiritual. But the difference is that we, being small, insignificant part and parcel of Krishna, we accept a material body. Because we are very small, we become influenced by the modes of material nature. And this is the unfortunate condition for the conditioned spirit soul in the material world, is that he is under the tight grip, very strong control of these modes of material nature. Therefore, to regain our original position, to regain our original consciousness, we have to become disconnected. We have to sever that tie, that knot. We have to cut that knot that is binding us to these modes of material nature. Yeah. So this description, the creation, how the creation takes place through Mahavishnu, Karanadakshay Vishnu, and then further expanded through Garbhodakshay Vishnu, and then further expanded through Kshirodakshay Vishnu. This may seem what we say, unbelievable. But throughout the ages, great personalities, all of our Vaishnava acharyas, they are very exalted, very advanced living entities. They have all accepted this same version. And therefore, because they have accepted this description, this understanding of the creation, we also, this is how we receive knowledge, by accepting the authoritative statements from both Shastra and sadhus, saintly persons. Our guiding principle as devotees is Guru, Sadhu, and Shastra. Everything we do, everything we say is meant to be in line with Guru, Sadhu, and Shastra. We avoid trying to see things or to understand things through our limited, imperfect mind and intellect. Our mind and our intelligence is very small, very imperfect. Yeah. Prabhupada gives that nice example of the simple the story of the Brahmana and ordinary person. Narada Muni was going by, and the Brahmana asked where he was going. Narada Muni said, "I'm going to see Narayan." So the Brahmana asked, "Oh, my dear Narada, since you are going to see Lord Narayan, please ask him when I will be delivered from this material world." So normally Brahmana is someone who is cultivating the science of Brahman, Aham Brahmasmi, different levels of course. Brahmiti, Paramatmiti, Bhagavan iti sabjate, 3 levels of Brahman realization. So normally Brahmana, because he is cultivating, then that means that very soon he will be liberated from the material world, normally. Yeah. But the other person also asked the same question. He was ordinary, cobbler. And then Narada Muni said, "Yes, I will, when I come back, I will let you know what Lord Narayan has said." So we've heard this story, of course, many times, but it's very significant. So when Narada Muni came back, then the Brahmana asked him, "What did Lord Narayan say?" And of course, when Narada Muni had met Narayan, Narayan had told that you should tell to the Brahman and cobbler what I am doing. You should tell them that because they will ask, "Oh, you've seen Narayan, what Narayan was doing?" So you should tell that Narayan, he was passing one elephant in the hole of a small needle. One big elephant in the small hole of a needle. So Narada Muni, when he mentioned that to the Brahmana said, this is impossible, And of course, Lord Narayana told that the Brahmana, it will take some time. It will take some time before he comes back to Vaikuntha. Then after Narada Muni went to see the cobbler, and he told the same thing, that Lord Narayan was passing this elephant in a small hole of a needle. When the cobbler heard this, he became excited, very ecstatic, and he said, "Oh, my Lord is so wonderful." And Narada Muni was surprised how you can so easily accept that the Lord was doing this, passing elephant to the small hole of a needle. Then the cobbler, although a simple, ordinary person, he explained to Narada Muni, "You see, I'm a cobbler. I'm sitting under this banyan tree, doing my work every day. And sometimes the seeds are falling from the banyan tree. The banyan tree gives very, very, very small seed. And then he said, you see this seed, so small seed. Krishna is so wonderful. My Lord Narayan is so wonderful. In this seed, he can put a big banyan tree. So, if he can put, there's so many hundreds and thousands of seeds in one tree. And in each and every one of these seeds, the Lord is able to put banyan tree. When we plant, it will grow into banyan tree. So if the Lord can do this, it is very easy for him to put an elephant through the hole of a needle. So Narada Muni told him that yes, the Lord said you will go back in this lifetime. So a devotee is not only someone who thinks about how the Lord is inconceivable in the spiritual world, in the spiritual realm, spiritual world, spiritual activities, pastimes, and that is all very wonderful, but the Lord is also very wonderful in the material world. How His energies are working, how this material world is created, how it is maintained. The modern scientists are discovering, always discovering, different aspects of this material body or the material creation. So Krishna is the most wonderful personality, therefore whatever he does, his creation also is wonderful. So a devotee is one who is conscious of Krishna's wonderful activities, both in the spiritual world, on the spiritual realm, and also who is conscious of Krishna's extraordinary activities within this material creation. This body, so many different species of life are there. Um, um, and therefore, it is actually mentioned by acharyas that we should learn to appreciate the Creator by analyzing His creation, His material creation. Just like if somebody makes a very nice car or anything wonderful, nice painting, some artists, they can make very nice, they're very expert in making painting. So Krishna is the origin of all art. He is the original artist. And every day when the sky is clear, when the sun rises, even before the sun rises, we can, if we look at the sky, if we are up, if we're not sleeping, most people don't see, because in the summertime the sun rises more early. So if we are in the habit of sleeping late, then we don't see the sun rise. According to Vedic culture means one must rise before the sun. And so in the summer, just like now, the sun is rising around 5 o'clock in the morning. And I was just looking, this battery is gone, actually. I was just looking ahead. The sun will get up, will be seen at, I think, the 1st of June, so that's very soon. Now we are beginning the month of May. 1st of June, the sun will rise at 4:49. So it is explained that the best time for meditation is 1.5 hours before the sun rises. The Brahma Muhurta. Yeah, the day is divided into muhurtas. And that is why we have Mangalarti in the morning, early morning. Yeah. Yes. So we'll just read the verse again here. Some kind of storm. Actually, Prabhu Nityananda was telling maybe some cyclone coming in the Bay of Bengal or something. That's part of the... Okay, so text 33, read. Haribo. Krishna also says in the Bhagavad Gita that I am thunder. When a devotee hears thunder and sees lightning, he knows that it is Krishna. Krishna's energy at play. So this was our text today, text 33. Thus, when all these became assembled by force of the energy of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, these different material ingredients. This universe certainly came into being by accepting both the primary and secondary causes of creation. Primary cause of creation being the Supreme Personality of Godhead Himself, through His expansions of Mahavishnu, Karanadakshay Vishnu, and Garbhadakshay Vishnu, and Kshirodakshay Vishnu. And the secondary creation being that of Lord Brahma, the first created being. And the last paragraph here, there are two modes of material creation. The creation of the collective universes, as stated above, done by the Mahavishnu, and the creation of the single universe. Both are done by the Lord, and thus the universal shape, we can see, takes place. Okay, the description will continue tomorrow, somewhere. Yeah. Jai Grantaraj Srimad Bhagavatam ki, Jai Srila Prabhupada ki, Jai Samasta Gaur Bhakta Vrinda ki,